Hey everybody, Josh Hall here. It is middle of January. I wanted to just get out a quick market update to you. A lot of people are asking me, hey Josh, what's going on in the housing market? What does 2021 have in store for us? And the word that comes to mind, or two words I guess technically, is sold out. Okay, there is virtually no inventory out there. It is extremely competitive. Multiple offers is kind of the norm right now. So I want to just kind of share a few stories with you and a few stats and take a look at kind of what that means for you as a buyer or a seller. So first of all, here's a few stories from just this past weekend, right? So we had 4 offers that we wrote for clients, all with multiple offers on them. One had 33 offers on a house down in Puyallup, $400,000 house. 33 offers on it. It was nothing special, right? Like a 1,500 square foot Rambler, 2-car garage, like nice house, but nothing extravagant. 33 offers. Another one I think had 14 offers, and another one I want to say like 8 or something like that. So it has been a little bit crazy out there. So I want to share a few stats from you, especially from Southeast King County and Pierce County, where most of our clients are at. So let's look at Southeast King County first. As a whole, right, so all of Southeast King County, our inventory levels, the number of homes available, are down 56% year over year, right? So I'm looking at December's numbers from 20 versus December of 19. So instead of having 456 homes on the market in Southeast King County, we have 200, right? Yet the number of pending sales is up, right? So instead of 461, it was 525. So it's up about 14%. So you have the supply, the number of homes available, down 56%, but the number of buyers out there actually up 13%. So you can only imagine what that does to prices and what that is looking like. I was looking at here, Maple Valley, for example, inventory is down 66%. Pending sales are up 25% there. Prices year over year are up 20.68%. Auburn, we have a lot of clients in Auburn. Inventory levels are down 53%. Pending sales are up 14%. As a result, prices up a little over 20%. Enumclaw, for example, inventory levels there down 80%. There's essentially nothing for sale in Enumclaw, right? Last December there was 46 of December 19. This year 9. Okay, so hardly anything available. Look at in Pierce County. So the kind of Lake Tapps, Bonnie Lake area, inventory levels are down 62%. Pending sales up 30%. That is huge, right? As a result, prices there year over year are up about 9% there. Ording, great place. My sister bought a house in Ording this last year. That was a good move. Prices in Ording are up 24.8% year over year. So as you can see, no matter where you go, with the exception of downtown Seattle, the condo market there's a lot of inventory there. You can only imagine why. All of the suburbs, our inventory levels are down dramatically. So if you're owning a house in South King County, Pierce County, and you're thinking about selling it, there's going to be a bidding war for your house. I'd almost guarantee it. So there's a few numbers there. I wanted to share too, an article that came out looking at 6 of the most competitive cities for buying a home in America. 6 of them are in Washington. Okay, here's what they are. Number 1, in the country, the most competitive market in the country, Spanaway, Washington. Yep, where the Sprinker ice skating rink is. Maybe you've been there for that over the years. Number 2, in the country, Lacey, Washington. Number 3, in the country, Tacoma, Washington. Wyoming, Michigan is number 4. Number 5, Eastmont, Washington, up in the Everett area. Number 6 in the country, Frederickson. Number 7 in the country, Graham. So there you have it. 5 of the 10 most competitive cities to buy a home in the country, 5 of them are in Pierce County. So it is nuts out there. So what does this mean for you as a buyer or a seller? Okay, so if you're a buyer, take a breath. You're in for a little bit of a ride, right? So in this market, it is competitive. We're winning with many of our buyers, and we're getting our offers accepted. Sometimes we're not even the highest offer price-wise, right? We got to look at other things that are important to the seller. But regardless, you got to bring your A game, right? You got to get pre-approved and fully underwritten, right? You got to be able to make decisions quickly, right? You got to decide whether an inspection is something you're going to do or not, which of course we always advise it, but we got to take a look at the situations. It is a competitive market. You got to figure out, you got to have money for your down payment, your closing cost, and potentially more money for an event of low appraisals or other contingencies that we need to take a look at, being able to remove through the offer process. So got to coach you to bring your A game if you're a buyer, as well as pack some patience. We also, if you're a buyer, we want to take a look at where are you wanting to buy and what can we do to try and find a home for you that isn't on the market, right? Because when you have an area with 60% less inventory, right, it's going to be competitive. So we always look at what we can do to try and find something that's not on the market yet, sending out letters to specific neighborhoods that you might be interested in or things like that. Okay, so if you're a buyer, we can help you, but pack a lunch and bring a lantern, as my grandpa used to say, because it's going to be a little bit of a slog. Not to disappoint you, but we always like to set realistic expectations. So that's the story on the buyer side. On the seller side, obviously, you're the opposite side of that coin, right? So you're in control, right? I've met with some folks this last weekend. We're bringing their home on the market next week, and they're really concerned about, hey, well, we can't move out until, this certain date. I said, you know what? That's not our problem. We put your home on the market, and we're going to have multiple offers, and we get to choose, okay, Mr. Buyer, we're only going to accept your offer if you allow the seller to stay here for an extra, week or two. So the seller's definitely in control. You still want to make sure your house looks good, right? You want to do everything you can to bring the best product to the market that you can. We have some great programs to help you with that as well. So if you're a seller, it's a great time to be a seller. If you're a seller and a buyer, then we got to put a game plan together, right? So one of the problems that we come across is people who are wanting to sell their home and move up to a bigger home, right? Or sell their home and downsize, right? So depending upon what your situation is, we can kind of take a look at that and figure out, I like to use the analogy of a puzzle, right? So we can put all the pieces of the puzzle out on the table, right? Here's where you live now. Here's where you want to live. Here's how much you owe on your house. Here's how much your mortgage is going to be on the new place. And we can figure out how all those pieces of the puzzle go together to help you accomplish your goals and get into your new house. So 2021, buckle up. It's going to be another crazy year in the real estate world here in one of the most competitive markets in the world, right here in Pierce County. Who would have ever thought? So let us know how we can help you accomplish your housing goals, and we look forward to being able to serve you this year. We'll see you soon.